समय से खुसूसी बातचीत के दौरान शारिक जफर ने इस बात पर काफी खुशी और इत्मीनान का इजहार किया कि हिंदुस्तान के मुस्लिम नौजवान आईएसआईएस यानी दाइश जैसी तंजीम से ज्यादा मुतासिर नहीं हैं और यहां का मुस्लिम तबका तालीम और रोजगार के हुसूल के ज्यादा तवज्जो दे रहा है। सहारा उर्दू मीडिया के ग्रुप एडिटर सैयद फैसल अली ने शारिक जफर से खुसूसी बातचीत की। आइए देखते हैं इसके कुछ हिस्से।
आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं शारिक जफर, जो यूएस के स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव टू मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज हैं। हिंदुस्तान आए हुए हैं। एक्सट्रीमिज्म पे इनकी एक्सपर्टीज मानी जा सकती है और एक्सट्रीमिज्म पे ही हाउ टू कर्ब एक्सट्रीमिज्म इन इंडिया एंड द वर्ल्ड ओवर, इसके ऊपर जो यूएस स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट काम कर रहा है उसके लिए इनको स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बनाया गया है मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज को लेकर के। यहाँ आए हैं, किस लिए आए हैं और इनका ब्रॉडर एम क्या है, इस पे बातचीत करेंगे। शारिक, वेलकम। सबसे पहले तो आप ये बताइए कि व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ योर विजिट टू दिल्ली?
तो मैं यहाँ इसलिए कि देयर इज ए कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑब्जर्वर रिसर्च फाउंडेशन, एक एनजीओ है, थिंक टैंक, एंड वो ये कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं। इट्स ऑन साइफाई, साइबर सिक्योरिटी। लेकिन वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ साइबर सिक्योरिटी इज ये टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, दाइश, अल-कायदा, वो इंटरनेट और सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए, right? So they're recruiting young people, in Arabic, Urdu, Hindi, English, and what we're concerned about is that they're using
their language.
Yeah, it's about the local languages they're using, and and it can be very seductive. So they can. I'm here in India. Hindustan mein, I think 180 million Muslims, one of the largest Muslim populations in the world, right? They can only maybe 50, 60 Indian Muslims have gone to fight in Syria or Iraq. That's nothing. That's nothing. Very small.
But it still is alarming.
But we can't rest on our laurels. इसलिए कि मुझे हमको ये मालूम है कि कोशिश कर रहे हैं recruitment.
Penetration की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
So the reason we were here is that first of all, India should be incredibly proud, and Indian Muslims should be incredibly proud, because the fact that sort of 50 or 60, that's nothing. कुछ नहीं है. So that's something that shows the strength of India and the strength of India's Muslims community, right? But we can't rest on our laurels. मतलब we have to be vigilant. इसलिए कि वो ये terrorist organization कोशिश करें recruitment के लिए, right? So that was the conversation that we were having about what can we do? क्या कर सकते हैं? Because they are trying to target our young people in languages that our young people use on platforms that they use.
नहीं, आपको ऐसा लगता है शारिक जफर कि ठीक है, जहाँ पे इतनी बड़ी मुस्लिम आबादी है हिंदुस्तान में, उसके बावजूद आप खुद कह रहे हैं कि 40-50 लोग अगर आईएसआई को ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं या उससे इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाते हैं तो बहुत कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। लेकिन आज से 2 साल 3 साल पहले तक हम लोग बहुत प्राउडली ये कहते थे दैट
नहीं हो सकता है।
अल-कायदा वाज देयर बट नॉट ए सिंगल मुस्लिम वाज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय अल-कायदा's आइडियोलॉजी। व्हाट हैज गॉन रॉन्ग और व्हाट दे हैव डन, दिस आईएसआईएस पीपल, दैट इंडियन मुस्लिम्स इवन दे आर feeling attracted towards them?
It's nothing has gone wrong as such, right? ये नहीं कह रहा कि something has gone wrong. The point is, Indian Muslims, they're not to blame. It's not their fault, right? You don't blame. Just like if a pedophile is targeting a young person for recruitment, you don't blame the parent.
Yes.
You support the parent. You support करते हैं, right? तो ये बात है कि they are targeting young people in America and in India.
नहीं, वो attract क्यों हो रहे हैं?
I think there's
impressionable mind है.
Impressionable mind है. देखिए, look, sometimes you see, Assad क्या कर रहा है? He's killing, he's bombing civilians. Young people are dying, babies are dying.
Bashar al-Assad.
Yeah, Bashar al-Assad, Syria में, So, young man sees it and he gets upset. So he wants to do something. Lekin when he travels to Syria, he thinks he's going to fight, against Assad, but he ends up fighting for Daesh, for ISIL, right? The other thing is that they can be the recruitment can be very seductive, right? And for somebody who's looking for meaning, maybe he feels alienated, he needs support, but he's not getting the support, and then all of a sudden he goes on a chat room, or WhatsApp, Facebook, etc., and he goes down a bad path. Now, the good news is that Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitter, they are doing good things. They are removing content. which is good, right? But the nature of the internet, you can't just
आप पूरा कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते,
right? It's not, because that's the nature of the internet. So हमारा policy ये है कि yes, we should not only should internet companies control their content, but we needed alternative narratives. की जरूरत है, बहुत जरूरत है, right? तो
आपका alternative narrative क्या है?
Well, see, this is ये paradox है कि governments, they're not the best. हमारे पास credibility नहीं है, right? Yeah, मैं मुसलमान हूँ, right? But मैं आलम नहीं हूँ. I'm not an alim. I'm not,
religious scholar.
Right, I'm a diplomat. So, I think what we need to do is to work with religious leaders, civil society, others. They know what works. उनको मालूम है कि क्या, what will work, right? We need to support them, right? There's some, in India, I've met Maulanas and Imams who have credibility.
Can you name any?
I don't want to name any. Okay. This is why. Because if I'm a U.S. government official, right, and I say Maulana, then I hurt his credibility because because they want to remain independent, right? And so, but I know here in India, most imams, religious leaders, they have a message of tolerance and inclusive, what they feel is true Islam. How do they communicate? They give a khutbah in Jummah, right? But young people don't listen to khutbahs the same way they used to, right? They'll write a book.
कहीं ना कहीं उनकी भी credibility कम हुई है.
Right. Well, but I think how young people attention spans, shrink कर रहे हैं, right? And that's why these terrorist groups are, short form videos इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, social network
इस्तेमाल
करते हैं. And so, what needs to happen is these religious leaders and others, they need to start enter the modern era. Just today, I went to a madrasa earlier today, and Maulana Sahib se baat kar raha tha, and he was saying gave in 3 minutes he gave a critique of the extremist mindset, just like that, just defeated it. And I was saying, Maulana Sahib, that's great. You've convinced me, and you've convinced everybody in this room. But why don't you tape a short video and put it online? And he's like, that's a good point. And so we need to see more of that. But look, it's not just religious arguments. Family appeals. What about parents that have lost young people? Humor could be very effective, right? Myths. ये लोग कहते हैं हम खलीफा
खिलाफत बनाएंगे.
लेकिन they're not religious scholars. Yeah, I mean, these are crooks, right? And so you have to bust the myths. And the point is that there's no single solution. We need myth busting. We need humor. We need religious arguments. We need the stories of victims, the people who've been targeted by these, because there's a war on Islam, but who's being killed more than anybody else? मुसलमान
किसको ज़्यादा मार रहे हैं?
हाँ, मुसलमान मार रहे हैं, right? So the message is this, that we're in this together. The United States, India, and the international community.
आपकी स्ट्रेटजी क्या है? आपको जो स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव टू मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज बनाया गया है टू काउंटर, इफ आई एम राइट, वायलेंट एक्सट्रीमिज्म, तो इसमें आपकी स्ट्रेटजी क्या है?
Let me यही बात है. I'm the special representative to Muslim communities. दुनिया में there are 1.6 billion Muslims, right? अमेरिका में है, इंडिया में है, पाकिस्तान में है, इंडोनेशिया में है,
पूरी दुनिया में,
right? And they care about the same issues. We care about the same issues as everybody else. Peace and security, a clean environment, jobs, right? So I don't only talk about issues of terrorism or extremism, because we have a range of issues we discuss, right? But we are concerned about the fact that terrorist groups are targeting Muslim communities. So it's one of many topics that I discuss. And our strategy है that we need to help support Muslim communities. Muslims, we have a story. Sometimes we need help telling our story using modern technology.
मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी की आप बात कर रहे हैं. हम लोगों ने देखा है जिस तरह से ISIS वगैरह मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करके दे आर रीचिंग इवन टू द फार फ्लंग विलेजेस. तो उसमें हमारा स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट, US स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट या हमारी गवर्नमेंट के लोग किस तरह से साइबर लेवल पे इसको फाइट कर सकते हैं? क्या ऐसी कोई पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है कि इस तरह की जो साइट्स हैं उसको टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट ब्लॉक किया जा सके?
हाँ, ब्लॉक कर सकते हैं, बट देखिए हमारा पॉलिसी है कि द इंटरनेट इज नॉट द प्रॉब्लम. द इंटरनेट शुड बी ओपन, इट्स गुड फॉर बिजनेस. देखिए हिंदुस्तान की इकोनॉमी इज ग्रोइंग बिकॉज ऑफ द इंटरनेट.
Yes.
Right? So the internet's not the problem. It's the terrorists and the criminals that misuse the internet. Unka kusura, right? Now, what should we do? I think the first thing we have to do is to explain to parents, what's out there. You talk to some parents, they have no idea the materials there. That's the first thing. Just to inform. Then we have to develop counter narratives, and the counter narratives shouldn't be governments, because governments
from the voluntary organizations,
it's voluntary organizations, religious organizations,
from
civil society.
Communities.
उनके पास पैसा नहीं है, उनके पास technical capacity नहीं है. So that's the role of the private sector and governments to support them. You talk to the average imam, he understands. He can defeat this ideology in a matter of minutes. He needs support.
लेकिन वो सिर्फ कन्फाइंड है अपनी मस्जिद तक, या जो लोग उनके पास नमाज पढ़ने आते हैं उन तक, उनका मैसेज बहुत ज्यादा आगे नहीं जा पा रहा है. लेकिन इसके साथ साथ एक चीज ये भी है शारिक जफर साहब, कि लोग ये कहते हैं, खास करके वेस्ट में भी ये फीलिंग है कि ये जो मदरसाज हैं ये कहीं ना कहीं ब्रीडिंग ग्राउंड है फॉर टेररिज्म. आपको क्या लगता है? एंड एक्सट्रीमिज्म.
वैसे सब मदरसा, व्हाट इज मदरसा? मदरसा का मतलब क्या है? इट मींस स्कूल, राइट? एंड some schools are very good, some schools are not so good. So some madrasas are excellent and some madrasas, are problematic. The best madrasas I've seen are the ones that teach boys and girls, Quran, Sunnah, but also modern subjects. Right? But it's unfair to say madrasas are the problem, because many madrasas, they give kids, poor students, an education, a place to eat, खाना मिलता है,
सबसे बड़ी बात है उनको पढ़ने का एक मौका मिलता है. जहाँ गवर्नमेंट फेल होती है वहाँ मदरसे हैं.
Right, and the solution isn't to blame madrasas, rather, but to reach out to madrasas, to Molanas, and say, look, we need your help. I visited a madrasa earlier today where the extremism.
अभी भी आप मदरसे से
अभी, एक घंटे पहले I was in a madrasa, and there's no issue of extremism there. In fact, not only is there no issue of extremism, that is the antidote to extremism, right? But the problem is that their full-time job is to educate students. That's what they do, or read namaz. So we need their help. And so we need to figure out the foundation community, the government community, private sector, we need to support them.
तो कैसे हो सकता है? Support them financially, support them morally, support them with logistics. क्या करना कहते हैं?
I think financial support की जरूरत है, but also technical support.
Technical support is very
how
important.
do you, and it's not that difficult. We live in an age now where you can communicate to millions of people just using your phone, right? But the point is this: yes, it's a small number of Indians that have gone to fight, 50, but मुझे ये मालूम है that वो terrorist groups कोशिश कर रहे हैं that they'll get more.
बड़ी तादाद में लोगों को attract कर रहे हैं.
And as there's more battlefield success in Iraq and Syria, मुझे लगता है कि they'll be making more efforts to recruit here, right? And that's not the fault of the Indian Muslim community, but the Indian Muslim community is going to come under attack by them, but for recruitment. So we have to support them.
Support them. ये बताइए शारिक ज़फ़र साहब कि ठीक है, ये तो एक एस्पेक्ट है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद ऐसा एक मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज में एक परसेप्शन है वर्ल्ड ओवर. मैं बहुत दिनों तक रहा हूँ गल्फ में एंड मिडिल ईस्ट में, कि कोई भी चीज विथ यूएस टैग लोग स्केप्टिकल हो जाते हैं. उनको लगता है कि नहीं, इनका अपना कुछ एजेंडा इसमें है, और एक डिस्ट्रस्ट यूएस और मुस्लिम्स के बीच में है. कहीं बहुत ज्यादा है, इंडिया जैसी कंट्री में उसका लेवल या उसकी जो ये है वो कम है. ऐसा क्यों है?
देखिए, I'm the special representative to Muslim communities. सारा दुनिया को, I've traveled all over, and sometimes people,
आप पूरी दुनिया के मुसलमानों को के ब्रिज हैं बिटवीन यूएस एंड
मैं कोशिश करता हूं
इन अ वे, लेकिन आपको भी ये फील कहीं ना कहीं मिलती होगी.
Of course, people, and so the point is that that's why we have to have conversation. Like terrorism. Let's take the subject of terrorism. Who's being killed more than anybody else? Musliman look, right? And so we're in this together, right? And take a topic like climate change. सबसे ज़्यादा, I mean, the biggest Muslim country is Indonesia. It's an island nation. It's affected by climate change, right? In most Muslim majority countries, the average age is 30 or younger. and they're going to need jobs. And so we need to support economic growth and entrepreneurship, right? So there is skepticism. Of course there's skepticism. But I find that when we have conversations, when we meet, then I'm able to answer questions, and we're able to explain. Now, you're not going to convince everybody, right? But by बात करने में ये चीज़ है कि you can actually, reduce skepticism and explain our policies. And so that's
ऐसा भी लगता है कि जिस तरह से अफगानिस्तान का फियास्को कह लीजिए, या कहीं ना कहीं आपके खुद यूएस अमेरिकन डिपार्टमेंट की रिपोर्ट से भी ये कहा कि अमेरिकन मिशन इन अफगानिस्तान इफ नॉट फेल्ड वाज नॉट सक्सेसफुल मिलिटरीली। एक दूसरे ये कि उसके बाद तुरंत इराक हो गया, फिर जिस तरह से पूरी दुनिया में अब सीरिया है, लीबिया है, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये लगने लगा है कि जहां भी अमेरिकन इंटरफेरेंस हो जाता है तो वहां एक तरह का मेस क्रिएट हो जाता है, और इसलिए ये स्केप्टिज्म ज्यादा बढ़ा है। इसके साथ साथ शारिक, मैं ऐसे मुसलमानों को भी जानता हूं, ऐसी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी में भी मैं इंटरेक्ट किया हूं जो बगैर अमेरिका के सोच नहीं सकते हैं। लाइफ विदाउट अमेरिका एंड अमेरिकन इंटरवेंशन एंड अमेरिकन इन्फ्लुएंस इज नॉट पॉसिबल टुडे। तो ये जो डायकोटोमी है, इसको कैसे देखते हैं?
तो मैं अंग्रेजी में बात करूंगा, इसलिए I want to be very clear about now. So look, I serve a president Obama, who one of the reasons he is president was because he came out against the war in Iraq, right? And with respect to both Iraq and Afghanistan, we've been very clear that we're going to support, but ultimately it's up to Afghans and Iraqis, to protect their own country. Now we're going to support them, but the same people that were critical about our interventions in Iraq and Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan, right, are critical about the fact that we haven't gone into Syria, right, and that we haven't gone in. And so the thing is, yeah, right. And so the thing is, sometimes you get criticized for intervening, sometimes you get criticized for not intervening. And look, and that's when great powers.
लोग इससे देखते हैं कि चूंकि सीरिया में तेल नहीं है, इसलिए आप सीरिया नहीं गए, इराक में तेल था आप गए, सेंट्रल एशिया में तेल की बात है तो आप गए।
Well, look, we went to Bosnia. When people forget the fact that we went into Bosnia, there's no oil in Bosnia, right?
सेंट्रल एशिया तो है, गेटवे पे सेंट्रल एशिया है।
Well, look. The point is, every country has to attract in toward of their own interests, but also you have to see is success achievable? What's our mission? Can we achieve our mission, right? And there's not a military solution for everything. Ultimately the situation in Syria has to be decided diplomatically. And, my boss, Secretary Kerry, has been working. It's not just professional, it's personal for him. Every day he's working to get a diplomatic solution. Sadly, there's other powers that, frankly, haven't been playing a constructive role. Now, the point is that, look, the United States, we're committed to peace in the Middle East. We're committed to peace here in South Asia. We want to have, we want tensions to be lowered. But ultimately, it's up to countries themselves to lead. Now, we're going to be a partner. We're going to be a partner for anybody who wants to have peace. We're there and we're going to support them. But ultimately, it's up to Afghans and Iraqis to secure their own country. Right? Now, the question is this. The president, when he came into office, he said, he gave a very famous speech in Cairo, and he talked about the fact
first speech in Cairo, I was there.
Right, and he's talked about the fact that we need to broaden our engagement with Muslim people. And so, we've expanded science envoys. We've had entrepreneurship programs where we've helped train thousands of young Muslims around the world on building entrepreneurship skills, things like that. So there's another positive side of our agenda, or engagement with Muslim majority countries, that doesn't get the recognition that it deserves because it's not in the headlines all the time. Right, and so my job is, yes, I'm here to answer questions about, what we're trying, what we're doing militarily, but I also, am here to talk about the fact that there's a whole positive side of our agenda that deserves greater recognition, and the reason that we do this.
Why your positive side or your positive agenda is not making headline? वो जो आपका पॉजिटिव एजेंडा है वो हेडलाइन क्यों नहीं बनता?
I think that's the nature of the news. The thing is this. We have this saying. अमेरिका में एक saying है, what bleeds leads.
Bleeds leads.
Right, and that's the nature of news. That's the nature of news here in India or in America, right? मुझे मालूम है. But that's why I'm here to not only answer the different questions, Faisal Saab, that you're answering, but also talk about the fact that this year we hosted the 7th Global Entrepreneurship Summit, and Indians, Pakistanis, Iraqis, people from all over the world came to Silicon Valley, and they got training on how to build their businesses. Right now, why do we do that? Right? Because we invest in these programs because we want to have a partnership with the countries around the world, including India. Right?
आप इंडिया के रोल को कैसे देखते हैं? ये जो ग्लोबल फाइट अगेंस्ट टेररिज्म है या जो साइबर टेररिज्म आजकल बहुत ज्यादा आ गया है, और जिस तरह से ISIS को अगर हम कहें कि हिंदुस्तान के दरवाजे तक आ गया है, इसको फाइट करने में डू यू थिंक कि इंडिया में जो एपरेटस हैं या जो सिस्टम इन प्लेस हैं या जो लेवल ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंस है या एक्सपर्टीज है वो इनफ है या वी नीड समथिंग मोर टू डू?
देखिए, वी जस्ट फिनिश्ड, हमने आई थिंक 10 दिन पहले we just concluded a strategic and commercial dialogue. It was a very successful. Secretary Kerry यहाँ आया, right? And we had a range of conversations. And one of the conversations we had was on counterterrorism and what can we do together. And the point is, India can do more and the United States can do more. We can both do more, because we're in this together. We've had this awful attack in Uri, right? And we've had attacks in New York. So this is a threat that we face together.
Uri attack को कैसे देखते हैं आप?
Look, we've come out strongly. We've come out and condemned it strongly in the strongest possible terms. Because look, when it comes to terrorism, we're in this together.
Do you see any Pakistani hand in Uri?
Well, look, we've been very clear that that Pakistan should work closely with India and support the investigation. We've been on record for that. But we've also been on record saying that, look, our policy has not changed. That we believe in regional integration, regional peace. It's good for the people of Pakistan. It's good for the people of India. It's good for the people of South Asia. So, but when it comes to terrorism, we've been very clear that we stand with the people of India and we stand with the international community because we're all in this together. We're affected by this. Now, the challenge is. The challenge is there's so many forces that are trying to tear us apart, trying to tear our societies apart. In America you see this too, you see this in India. And we have to be vigilant, and we have to, because we're stronger together. And that means...
आप इन US envoy हैं, US representative हैं, आपको ऐसा लगता है उरी अटैक के बाद जिस तरह का माहौल बन रहा है इंडिया और पाकिस्तान कि न्यूक्लियर फ्लैश पॉइंट हो गया है, आपको क्या लगता है कि ये de-escalate करेगा या escalate करेगा?
देखिए, ये मेरा expertise नहीं है. I refer you to our ambassador, Richard Verma. यहाँ है. He's I think a better.
So you conveniently avoided this question.
The point is this: is that what I will say is this: de-escalation is always good. Dialogue is always good.
इसको लेकर के US में किस तरह की सोच है? क्या आप लोग भी?
Our policy has not changed. We think that ultimately this is for the Indians and the Pakistanis to decide, right? But we do believe in dialogue.
War is no solution.
Well, look, the point is this: is that no one is going to benefit from that.
मैं आपसे इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि ये सारी चीजें टेररिज्म से ही लीड कर रही हैं, और इसको कहीं ना कहीं इंडिया ये कह रहा है कि टेररिस्ट आर कमिंग फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, और वो कहीं ना कहीं प्रूफ भी हो जाता है. इसलिए ये सवाल आपसे है कि इस सिचुएशन में क्या हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान में आपको लगता है कि कोई जंग हो सकती है?
Look, again, this is not something that I think that my point is this. I'm not going to make up any types of predictions. I'm not someone who can say what's going to happen. Our hope is that there's dialogue, there's continued conversation, and that situation de-escalates, because that's what's going to benefit both countries, right? But back to terrorism, talking about the threat of terrorism. This is something that it's not just India or the United States. This is something that the international community is having to face. And that means, we need greater coordination. We need more conversation. And you're asking, should we do more? Yeah, we need to do more. Right?
हिंदुस्तान से आपको, इंडिया से आपको, ये जो आपका जो मिशन है साइबर टेररिज्म के खिलाफ जो आप लोगों की लड़ाई है, उसमें हिंदुस्तान से आपको किस तरह की मदद की उम्मीद है, और क्या हम लोग उसके लिए तैयार हैं?
I think so. I think the conversations that I've had, and I've met government ministers about, I've met with government ministers, I've met with civil society, I've met with religious leaders, and we haven't received any sort of pushback. I think everybody recognizes that Baki threat hai. So the question is not whether there's not a threat. Everybody agrees that there's a threat. Now, there's only been a small number of Indians that have gone over. That's good news. The bad news is that
they have gone.
That they've gone, but also that that more could go. Look, America, and look, the United States, we've had people go over as well. So we're not immune from this either. So the question is, what can we do together to support each other, to understand the threat, but also respond to the threat? Now, ultimately, it's not the governments that are going to come up with the counter-narratives. It has to be civil society, religious leaders. But they need support. And so the question is, how do we support them in a way that's constructive? तो क्या करें?
शारिक ज़फ़र साहब, एक चीज और है, बहुत जो मुसलमान हैं पूरी दुनिया में मैंने देखा है, कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज में बहुत बिलीव करते हैं.
I know.
हाँ. इसराइल की बात हो तो कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरी होती है, मुसलमानों के साथ किसी तरह की कोई छोटी बड़ी बात हो तो भी कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरी होती है. अभी जिस तरह से IS दुनिया में आया एक 2, 3, 4 साल पहले, तो इसको लेके भी कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज हैं. और ये कहा जाता है, आप सोशल मीडिया पे देखिए,
मैंने देखा
कि वो कहीं ना कहीं या तो इसराइल का एक फ्रंट है या US का एक फ्रंट है. कैसे देखते हैं आप लोग?
This is very sad. I've seen these conspiracy theories, and to me, when people delve into conspiracy theories, it's because they're trying to avoid the truth, right?
True.
I think they're trying to avoid. It's lazy thinking, no? Lazy thinking. Why would we be leading a multi-country coalition against Daesh if this, it's frankly, it doesn't even deserve a response, right? The reality is that, look, we're talking about, lives are at stake. Innocent people, women and children are dying because of this, and our focus should be on confronting this threat, which we all face together as an international community, and not delving in conspiracy theories. It's like, it's enough is enough.
Enough is enough. एक चीज और बताइए, ये जो साइबर क्राइम है, ये मुझे एक चीज नहीं समझ में आती है, क्योंकि आप लोग इससे डील कर रहे हैं, कि ये जो लोग IS के बैठे हैं, ये साइबर सेल पे और साइबर नेट पे इतना एक्टिव कैसे हैं? हाउ दे आर सो एक्टिव, एंड फ्रॉम वेयर दे आर गेटिंग दिस एक्सपर्टीज to reach out to people who are sitting in a remote village of India?
We live in an age, like the internet is the internet is responsible for connecting people all over the world. Students can, they can access information easily now, right? The world is connected. The world is globalized, right? The world is flat, But it doesn't take that much technical capability to produce a video. iPhone or Samsung Galaxy, you can pull it out, shoot a video, get it out like that. It's not that, the technical proficiency is not that difficult, right? Anybody can do it. You can ask a young boy on the street to shoot a video, put it on, WhatsApp or YouTube.
ये कितना बड़ा challenge है आपके mission में?
So the point is this, the point isn't for every time they put a video that we have to do a response. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ, मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ that we need to
educate people,
but we need to, we need to enter into that battlefield
with a counter narrative.
Yeah, with a counter narrative, and the people that are best placed to do it are the religious leaders, the parents whose kids are being recruited, the civil society organizations. They have the stories to tell. उनके पास कहानी है, they just need help telling them, right? And that requires resources. It requires training, right? Because let me tell you, right now, the terrorist groups are active. They're recruiting Urdu में, Hindi में, Arabi में, French में, English में. They are doing it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, हम क्या करेंगे? Are we going to sit back and let our young people be recruited, or are we going to work together?
Response all over.
I mean, I think the response is good, and I think people, are starting to understand that we need more. That we can't, that this is something that affects all of us, right?
शारिक, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कमिंग टू सहारा. उम्मीद है कि जिस मिशन पे शारिक जफर साहब निकले हैं, दुनिया के मुसलमानों को ये बताने के लिए कि दाइश या जो भी वायलेंट एक्सट्रीमिज्म है, वो किसी हाल में इंसानियत के लिए अच्छी चीज नहीं है. मुझे उम्मीद है कि इनका मैसेज लाउड एंड क्लियर सारे लोगों तक पहुंचे, और जो खदशात भी हैं लोगों को अमेरिका को लेकर के या उनके इश्यूज को लेकर के, उसको भी ये जो इनका एफर्ट है वो कहीं ना कहीं खत्म करता है. उम्मीद है कि इनके एफर्ट, अमेरिका के एफर्ट और ग्लोबल एफर्ट के जरिए दुनिया एक महफूज जगह बने. शुक्रिया.